Welcome back to Major Wargasm Gaming. I am, of course, Major Wargasm. And for those of you who love the Battlefield 1 beta as much as me, you'll probably love this gameplay. Wanted to share this little gem I found in over the 32 gigs of recorded Battlefield 1 beta gameplay that I have. So I'll have more videos coming soon. This is a slightly longer clip than I normally put out, but it's more or less completely unedited. I cut out the first 70 or 80 seconds where I ride over to F flag before I pick up the hero, the Dark Knight Darth Vader Sentry class here of Battlefield 1. And this is just going to be me going on a kick-ass horse tear raid rampage, kind of ripping people up, kicking ass and taking names here. And a lot of people are talking about, oh, the tanks are overpowered, the horses are overpowered, the heroes are overpowered. Everything is overpowered, you know what I mean? And I'll explain that a little bit later on in the video, but like everything is good pretty much. There's a tiny bit of weapon balance with the medic weapons and the LMGs in the middle range, and by that I mean if you've played it, the SMGs and shotguns rule close range like they should, and the problem is that snipers pretty much rule everything else at mid to long. The mid-tier range in the middle where medics and LMG guys are supposed to fall is just a little sloppy. Their weapons need a little bit of work, a little bit of polish. They need a slightly more defined range where they can't always just lose to snipers but need to close the gap or not close the gap against assault players. But for those of you who don't know, I started playing Battlefield with Battlefield 3 in 2011. So I've been playing Battlefield over 5 years now. Even though I'm relatively new to YouTube this year, I am a very experienced Battlefield player, and I've played for a long time, and I've seen a lot of good games, seen a lot of good players in both the armor and the helicopters, and now they have these hero classes in here. I pretty much rode over to B because I'm playing as Darth Vader. I wanted to see if anybody was playing as the Boba Fett barbecue trooper. And here we go. You vets will know what this is right here. He just threw out a little black box above my left shoulder. It's dynamite. He throws out another one. He's trying to kill me without a grenade indicator. But like I told you, I've been playing Battlefield for over 5 years. This isn't my first rodeo. I've seen that trick before. So that just gives you a little bit of credence to my opinion here, which I'm now going to flesh out, where I say everything is overpowered. The tanks are obviously the most noticeable thing because they're having such a huge impact on the ground game. The tanks are overpowered, the planes are overpowered, the heroes are overpowered. It's all just overpowered in the right hands. DICE has dialed the game back to World War I. They've taken out a lot of these cheesy gimmicks that new players would use. The javelins, the smas, the lock-ons, the silencers. The whole mini-map has been dialed down where people don't show up anymore, so you really have to use audio and visual cues in the game to find bad guys. You have to play off skulls and sounds of gunfire. But they've taken away all the toys and the gimmicks that new and experienced people would use. Check this out, guy right there on the side of the train. We're going to roll around, throw a grenade on him, not to get off topic with what I was talking about. But in the hands of experienced Battlefield veterans like myself and other players, everything is going to seem overpowered. I've got a video I'm going to put up of me getting in a plane and I think going like 24 or 25 and 4 deaths, and I just pretty much own the skies almost the entire game. Because in the hands of an experienced player, everything is going to seem overpowered. Battlefield 1 has really increased the skills gap, and if you don't know what that is that's the skill that veteran and experienced players have over the new people coming in. If you're a good player and you can get in the tank, or you can get in the plane, or you can get the hero class, it's going to seem overpowered to regular new people who aren't as experienced with the game and don't know how to beat those things or play to its strengths. And again, Battlefield 1, it went back in time to World War I. So like, I'll give you a few examples. Like in past Battlefield games, the C4, aka Jeep stuff, you could always throw on the hood of your Jeep or quad bike and drive straight into an enemy tank. Everybody's seen it, everybody's done it. Jumped off with the clacker in your hand and boom, boom, Jihad Jeep, blow up enemy armor. Very simple to do, especially if that armor is engaged with other armor and not looking at you. Now the dynamite no longer sticks. People have tried to put it on the Jeeps in the beta and the wonky physics. As soon as you start driving, it just kind of like slides off. You can't really do Jihad Jeep anymore. So now you got to be much more skillful with the dynamite. The AT rocket gun. It's not like the RPG or the SMAW. You can't just hip fire it, and you can't just aim down sight and point it wherever you want. You have to use the bipod. You have to lie down. So it's become much more of a skill-based tool. Lying down makes yourself vulnerable. So by taking away a lot of the technology and going back in time, DICE has taken away the gimmicks that make it easier for bad players to be effective, or should I say new players. They're not necessarily bad players. Like when I started Battlefield 3, I wasn't good. I had a negative KD. I really had to get that to climb up there, and my win-loss ratio climbed up, and my score per minute really climbed up, and I became a seasoned Battlefield player. So when Battlefield 4 came out, I had already learned about armor, and I had taken my licks, and I had known the rock, paper, scissors dynamic of Battlefield. You know, when I was a medic, I knew I just needed to run from armor, and when I was a sniper, I knew what my engagement range was. But now with Battlefield 1, they've taken that rocks, paper, scissors dynamic to an even more extreme, and the powerful stuff is very powerful in the right hands. You know, everybody's seen the videos out there. Level Cap's got a video where he's 29 or 30, you know, with the flame guy, and X Factor's got those videos where he's dropping 40, 50 bombs on him on the tanks. You know, everybody's seen the videos where the experienced players can just get in something and just go to town and tear ass. So it's gonna seem like things are overpowered because going back to World War I has increased the skills gap is ultimately what I'm saying. Some people might not like this. Battlefield veterans might like it. The scoring system and everything else, that's still a huge debate. As like I said, this is old gameplay where the timer's going down, and this video's just about ended. So if you watch the whole thing and listen to my opinion, then thanks for hanging out, and thanks for watching. If I didn't get hit with this tank shell right here, I probably could have kept this rampage going. But thanks for watching, and as always, remember my motto, major wargasm all over my enemies' faces. Just like that guy. I hope you've enjoyed the clip.